Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally ended it. And Josh, you're gonna talk louder.
Too early. Yeah, alright. Yeah, he ended this shit too early. So, we had left off at...
I was the day we got stoned.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. So, that was, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
It was late July, like July 30th or something like that. But, alright, so... I go over to your house, your parents are gone for a week. Okay, this sounds like it's the beginning of a sex story.
Exactly.
And God.
then he raped me. Oh, you touched my prostate. Oh.
Yeah, no, but parents are gone for the week, so I slept over at his house. And brought my drum set over there. So at about 11 o'clock, I'm like, "Hey, you want me to get some weed?" He's like, "Fuck yeah!" So I call my older brother Matthew up, and we get him to bring some weed over there and 2 bottles of Honey Jack for like $80, which is pretty good. He brings, I think, a full blunt, and me and him just shared that shit. So Matt comes over with both bottles of Jack Daniels and the blunt. So second Matt comes over, we start smoking the blunt, and we smoke the entire thing the second Matt gets there. As Matty's sleeping, we open up the thing of Jack Daniels, and we each fix ourselves a glass, like a big coffee cup full of that shit. We're sitting there sipping on that, like, yeah, this is pretty fucking awesome. So, trying to remember, did we start playing music again after we got
No. Okay, let's explain my story.
All right.
This is what I remember.
No, I wasn't done. I'll say that. Okay. After that, we start drinking and shit, and then he's like, "Hey, you want to watch the other guys?" So I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to watch the other guys, but first I want to get something to snack on." So he gets up and he starts preparing Doritos with Parmesan cheese melted on top of it. And like, if I would have eaten that shit, if I would have ate that shit sober, like it would have been like stale and disgusting. But since I was high, like it was like the flavor. I'm not joking. Felt like it was exploding in my mouth, like spreading through my entire mouth. Even if I took a little bite off of it, and like the best thing I think I've ever eaten, or at least at that time, it was the greatest thing I ever ate. Okay, and then as I'm doing this. As I'm sitting here eating this, like, oh fuck, it's been 3 hours and we haven't started the other guys yet. So I was like, hold on, let me turn the light off to the garage to where nobody thinks that your parents are home or anything. So I get it to go turn the light off in the garage, and last thing I remember, I'm switching lights on and off in the garage and every other room in the house. And then I remember sitting down. The last thing I remember was sitting down before the movies even started. I sit down and he starts turning off all the lights how it's supposed to be. And I'm just sitting down waiting for him. That's the last thing I remember, and then it turned to day. Tell him your side of the story.
Alright. This is going to take it from the top. Alright. So Matt got here. This is when he brought the drum set over. This is way before the events that just occurred happened. He came over to my house, and he was acting kind of weird because I was wondering why. So I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Oh, hey, you can help me get the drum sets in?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I walked up to him, and the total stoner drug head he is, he said something like this: "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And I was like, "Sure," because I knew what it was. Because I had like $40 on me, and I knew what I was going to be paying. And, I walked up to the car, and he showed me the blunt, which was a chocolate blunt. And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "How much is it?" He's like, $20. So I gave him the $20. And, I walked inside, and he was like, "Yeah, cool, yeah, and that's all. So you guys are going to get blah, blah, blah?" I was like, yeah. He's like, "What do you want us to get? You want me to get me 2 bottles of Jack Daniels, 2 Jack Daniels honey?" I was like, "Okay, well, give me the honey." And so he did that, and right before he got out of his car, he said, "Oh, shit, I forgot. It's $40, not 20. You trying to rip me off?" I was like, "Fuck you." And he drove away. So I'm waiting there by myself for about 20 hours. No, it felt like it was about like 4 hours I was waiting there.
4 hours, yeah.
It was 4 hours I was waiting there and just waiting for Josh. and he took forever to get there. And when he got there, it was like dark. When it was dark out, and I was like, okay, this is perfect. So his brother came.
Because I had work that day. That's
his
why.
brother came shortly after. We waited around, and it was around 11 o'clock where his brother got here. And he got there, he held up the 2 bottles of Jack over his head, and he had a cigarette in his mouth. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So what we did was, we went in there, I opened the bottle of Jack, took a sip out of the bottle right away. Because I was like, okay, I gotta top this off. I went outside, I got a bottle of water, and we went to my back patio. And he took out the blunt, and he's like, you ever done this? I was like, no. He's like, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself, man. I was like, is that so? And he's like, yeah. So I had the bottle of water next to me, my inhaler in my hand. Then we were sitting in like a pyramid formation. And Matt lights the fucking blunt, and he starts smoking, and he gives it to Josh. And he gives it to me, and he's like, alright, whatever you do, don't inhale right away, really fast. I was like, okay. So I did that, and the first time I was like, oh god. And I took a sip of my inhaler, and then after we had smoked the full blunt, we went inside, and it took about 5 minutes for exactly both of us, after we had finished, to start smiling. Just instantly we were smiling, and our eyes got really, really fucking red. And we were just smiling. And then Matt walks out, he comes up to me, and as he's about to leave the house, he says this. With a cigar in his mouth, he says, remember, you're not dying. And he walks away. And I was like, okay, that cannot be good. That cannot be good.
I was like, great advice. This is actually
after we'd fix us our drinks. I already drank all of it, and Josh drank his too. And I sat down, and all I remember is the hair on my back standing up. Just, it felt like I was sitting on fucking, like, really soft needles. Like, it felt kind of weird to sit down. It felt like I was floating, actually. Like I was going forward, but I was staying still, and I could see myself. And every time I turned my head really fast, I was able to see the side of my head turning and shit. And I was like, okay, I want to see how far I can take this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to imagine a pony in the room. And I shit you not, a fucking pony was in the room right next to Josh. So I was like, and if anybody has ever gotten high, they know that you don't know what to do. Like, and you lose track of what you're talking about really fast. So I was like, what should we do, man? Should we watch TV or play a game? He's like, I don't know. All right, let's play a game. So I was like, let's find a really hard game to play. And I was like, wait, what was I doing?
Yeah, I know. That happened like.
And Josh is like, all right. I was like, dude, I think I want to eat. He's like, you want to eat or you just need to eat? I was like,
me too.
He's like, yeah, me too. So I was like, okay, I'm going to fix us some ice cream. And we had some moon pies. So I put a bunch of moon pies, chocolate chip, and ice cream, and I
forgot about that shit.
Yeah. Accidentally, I put brown sugar in there, cane sugar. It was fucking horrible. Oh my god.
I ate it anyway.
I made Josh eat it.
He took 2 bites of it and I ate the rest of it.
Yeah, it's like the only reason it was bad is because it was so fucking sweet. It was bitter, and every now and then you hear because of the fucking cane sugar.
Yeah,
it was so fucking bad. And then, I remember, okay, and then I had this bright idea since I saw Will Ferrell and the other guys. So I was like, okay, I remember in Step Brothers, I remembered he had nachos in the beginning of the movie. So I did exactly that, but we didn't have cheddar cheese. We only had Parmesan. So I did Parmesan cheese, and I put some fucking before the night was over, we had used 2 entire bags of Doritos. The entire fucking thing of mozzarella cheese, 4 things of salsa, a whole case of Coca-Cola, an entire carton of ice cream, all of the chocolate in a chocolate thing. We ate all the moon pies. We drank all of the fucking, like, water bottles outside. And by the time we were all finished... there was nothing left for us the next day. We had literally eaten everything in the house.
Everything that was fucking there.
Everything. It was just so fucking... And then, like, I remember, the last thing I remember is calling Matthew on the phone and saying, I don't know what to do. Your brother's freaking me out. Because he really was. He was walking up and down, mumbling to himself, turning all the fucking lights on and off. And I walked down, I was like, dude, you need to stop, man. It's okay. He's like, no! Go check the front door. I was like, why? I want to see where this light goes, man. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And he's like, do you see? I was like, yeah, it's not now. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. It's like, fuck you, I don't trust you. So he went to see for himself. He's like, fuck! And finally, he found the light he wanted, and he had sat down. And after mumbling to himself, rocking back and forth for about 20 minutes, he kind of just, like, sat back sideways on the couch and just fell asleep. And I was like, well, my fun's over, so I went to sleep. And I remember Josh coming up to me, and I was still fucking stoned out of my mind when I woke up. He's like, dude, what happened? And my dog was freaking out. No, I woke up, my dog was on me, because I promised my mom I'd let the dog sleep with me. My dog was fucking barking at Josh. He's like, dude, what happened? It's like, all I remember is sitting down and then waking up. He's like, I don't know. Oh, God. Yeah. And it is almost fucking... My story took up so long. But, okay.
How much time we got so far?
We got about 4 minutes left. So,
all right.
You want to talk about your NFL update of the week?
Saints Hall of Fame game this week. First game of the season. Well, not really a game, preseason. But it's the kickoff of the NFL season. The Saints... I don't know. I don't want to do this. I want to continue talking about me being stoned.
Alright, so the next day... Oh, the next day... Oh, God. Okay. The next day, my grandparents came over. And I kid you not, I was still kind of drunk and stoned at the same time because we had drank some Jack. We drank like 2 shots of Jack right when we woke up to counteract the hangover you had. I don't think you really had a hangover, but I don't get hangovers, so I'm always fucking keen to get fucked that night.
I didn't have a hangover. I just wanted to drink.
Yeah, so we split the Jack into 2 bottles and shit like that. And I remember my grandparents came over. Yeah, my grandparents came over, and they're like, "Okay, we made you a casserole." It's like, so you wash the dishes? Like, yeah, just dishes right there. I wash the dishes. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. And she's like, "Okay." I was like, so what you guys been up to? And I was like,
said it exactly like that. He's not joking.
No, and my hands were behind my back because, like, when you're stoned, you want to make hand impressions, like, of everything. Like, you have to make everything epic and dramatic. So I was holding my hands behind my back, and I was just sitting there like, okay, don't do anything stupid. I was mumbling to myself. And then they're like, okay, we're going to go. And I, like, let out a whisper to Josh. I was like, I did my eyes, like, wide open and then closed. And then they walked out, and I was like, let's eat. And we ate all of it. And we ate all the pancakes they gave us. I was hungry for about that entire week following. I ate everything in the house. The entire week following. That's how strong that shit was. Yeah. What the message I'm trying to get to you kids is, do drugs. It's fun.
Lots of them.
So, anything you want to add on that story?
Okay. Now, the reason that I was so inspired to get him that is because 4, maybe 5 weeks before that incident, I slept over at my older brother's Matthew's house, who just recently got an apartment. Like, he turned 18 last August, okay? So, he got an apartment, I think, 2 or 3 months ago, and I'd helped him move a shit ton of furniture over to his house. So, he asked me, like, a week before I'd slept over at his house, he's like, hey, you want to come sleep over at my house? Maybe you can come get stoned and drunk over here. I can pay you back, in weed and alcohol and for the shit, that you did help me do, because he's helped me out a lot. I was like, all right, fine, I'll do that. And he's like, maybe we could go, like, watch a movie or something, like a Prometheus or something like that. I was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. So, it comes to the week of the day, or it comes to that Saturday, and, like,
Sorry, Josh, I don't mean to cut you off, but we have to end it right now.
Oh, alright. Yeah, but once I got really stoned, it was fucking awesome.